Embedding is a grammatical process by which subordinate clauses become an essential element of the main clause, such as subject or object. The main clause, into which the subordinate clause is embedded, is often called the matrix clause. The difference between a canonical main clause and a matrix clause is that the matrix clause cannot actually stand on its own as a complete sentence without the embedded clause. That is because the embedded clause is in fact an essential element without which the sentence is not grammatically complete. Let's look at some examples from Dracula. In the sentence, the impression I had was that we were leaving the West and entering the East. Neither the matrix clause, the impression I had was, nor the embedded clause, that we were leaving the West and entering the East, are strictly speaking independent of one another. The embedded clause functions as the subject complement to the subject, the impression I had. Both clauses are necessary to construct a grammatically complete sentence. Similarly, in I find that the district he named is in the extreme east of the country, just on the borders of 3 states, Transylvania, Moldavia, and Bukovina, in the midst of the Carpathian Mountains. The matrix clause, I find, is grammatically incomplete without the embedded clause that follows it. The embedded clause is the direct object of the verb find. Very frequently, embedded clauses are connected to the matrix clauses by the subordinator that. But this is not always the case. Other subordinators can be used, as in, I do not know myself if I shall ever speak slang. If I shall ever speak slang is the embedded clause, and I do not know myself is the matrix one. The embedded clause is the direct object of the verb know. Interrogative pronouns such as why, when, where, and so on can also be subordinators of embedded clauses, as in, Lucy dear, do you know why I tell you this? Or in, he went rapidly to where the blue flame arose. The punctuation rules for embedded clauses are easy. There are none. Embedded clauses, because they're essential sentence elements, cannot be separated from the matrix clauses by any punctuation marks. We can now proceed to the last section of this lecture, focusing on relative clauses.